Hey guys, Ajax22 here, and I just wanted to share with you the Diesel Punk AR15 with the new wood furniture. Yeah, this showed up today. Took about 3 months to get here, but it's looking pretty good. Showed up in the raw, and I spent the day fiddling around with it, refinishing it, staining, etc. It's looking pretty good, all things considered. I particularly like the pistol grip. Really came out well. Can't really make out all the details of the divots, but it just feels good. There's a slight indentation right there. Yeah, the stock I sanded down and stained and then burned with a MAP gas torch. I need to actually sand, and then I went back over it to sand out the burns. To the idea being to give a little more pop to the grain of the wood underneath, and I did that on the handguards too, and on the pistol grip to give it a little bit more depth to the color. Stain by itself wasn't doing it, but it's coming out beautiful. And then I just wiped on a little bit of rem oil. Yeah, still needs a little bit of fit, a little bit of fiddling with, make it where it needs to be, but it's getting dangerously close. The stock I didn't have time to sand as much as it needs to, so I'm gonna have to do that over again. Yeah, all things considered, it's looking pretty decent. Yeah, need to start working on the gas system. Need to scallop these down before I get too into the refinishing. I need to mill this out to where I want a clearance for the gas system. Need to make the front sight base, and I need to get the gas block, the under the handguard mid-length gas block set up. It's going to require taking two and making one out of it, so that we can run that cut down Colt LMG gas tube. But yeah, all things considered, it's coming together. I've been contemplating making modified versions of these extended takedown pins, just because with the Law Tactical extension in there, you can't scissor the action. So you really, if you want to clear anything, you actually have to pull it and split the upper and the lower. So yeah, that's a consideration from a practical standpoint. There's a little bit of fit and finish issues that I need to go over. Truing the pistol grip to meet the contours of the receiver. I've been thinking about taking over the Law Tactical markings. I just don't like the idea of having markings on it that aren't, by design. I've been thinking also about burning in, once this is all sanded, refinished, and proper, burning in like some rack numbers, like you see on the old A1 stocks that are old and surplused out, where you have the actual number of the weapon from the rack that it came out of, yeah, toying with some ideas as far as markings go. I'll probably do a whole video on that once I sketch it out, but have some interesting ideas. Still need to get the LMG hydraulic buffer. Probably want to get rid of these markings inside here too. Still got to track down the M14 sights for the to do the national match configuration. Still have to do the ejection port door cover. I'm going to do a test wash to see how that looks on you know, just using some of the current production ejection port door covers. I know I want to use an original spec one if I can, but I also don't want to like screw up an original spec one if it doesn't work out. So yeah, just a little bit here, a little bit there. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the fire control group yet. I mean, part of me wants to do like a combination aluminum and steel. I need to get a slick side bolt carrier, preferably the original chrome ones. You know, just a matter of spending lots of money on parts that are harder to find. So a little bit at a time. Now that the wood's here, you know, that sort of kicks things into high gear. The next big thing to do is going to be the barrel. I feel like, other than the refinishing of the wood, I really like how some of this grain came out. It really popped. These are the Ironwood Designs handguards. There's a little part of me that wants to see what it looks like after the gas block and the cutting, and I might wind up doing having to buy another set of handguards, which yeah, it's going to cost a little bit of money, but I think I want like the first two of these holes as solid wood. I guess I could try putting a little piece of brass or something over it, but I like the idea of having the gas block concealed with the tube exposed and then the fin barrel underneath. Probably gonna do. I like the way the stainless looks poking out of this, but I don't know if I want to stick with that. I'm thinking that blued steel, high polished blue, you know, could be the way to go. It's I like it. And then I'm still resolving the butt plate issue. I have the aluminum one, but I really like having the trapdoor, so I may have located a machine shop that can do me a CNC billet aluminum version of the factory plastic ones. Although I've heard people telling me that they have Colt aluminum ones from the 90s that exist, and they've got them on their guns. So if I can actually just track down a real one, that would make my life much easier than, you know, you start involving machine shops and custom design stuff, you start getting a little crazy on the price. But I am really loving how this is all coming together. It's doing it for me. This first AR-15 I've been excited about in a long time. I've been like really excited. Still got to do some blending with the Law tactical adapter. I'm not 100% sure about leaving that sling swivel on the bottom, but it's coming along. Finally got the wood. The wood is definitely getting there. I'm gonna go over that stock, stain it, adjust it, see what I can do. Maybe mill the handguards tomorrow. I don't know. I'm gonna only so many hours in the day, and I've got a half dozen projects that I'm trying to make progress on, and some of the stuff is really cool. I'm gonna try to do a little better about making these videos. Sorry about the delays, but between the editing and the uploading and all that, you know, I actually have to do this stuff too, so time adds up. But yeah, wanted to definitely share this with you and just show the wood. You know, a little bit of little bit of wax. Once I get the stain and everything right, everything's just the way I want it. You know, build it out and then rub it down probably with candle wax, just paraffin candle wax, and then I'll go put, you know, 500, 1,000 rounds through it, get it nice and hot, and then just bake that that wax into the wood. I'm trying to stay away from any finish that doesn't look, you know, right, that isn't a mix of gun oil and actual wax, or you know, the stain in the wood, you know, char or anything like that. I want this to look better as it gets beat up, because I don't plan on this being a safe queen. I'm gonna take it out and shoot the hell out of it. Yeah, that's about what I got, guys. Try to be a little bit better about uploading this stuff. All right, well, have a good one.